welcome. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Your video is about to start. I just wanted to invite you to take a moment with me to remember our deployed military members who cannot be home like most of us can be. It is a cause that is near and dear to my husband's heart and therefore my own as well. And if you feel like it, take a moment with us. Enjoy your video. Bye-bye. Hey guys, happy Friday, TGIF, and it is Friday Fraud Law Review. As provided to us in reports from the Social Security Administration's Office of Inspector General. I love reading these things. It always drives home the amount of fraud we have in the Social Security world. Okay, this one is in Missouri, and this woman admits to stealing her imprisoned brother's disability benefits. I find it kind of interesting. Now, she has pled guilty, so I will say her name. It's Laura Houck, Houck. She's 57 years old, out of Cahokia, Missouri, which I guess is in Clark County. And she pled guilty, so I have no problem saying her name. She's no longer entitled to the presumption of innocence until proven guilty. She apparently admitted, this is a very short article, by the way. She admitted that she was power of attorney for her disabled brother and had control of his bank accounts. For some reason, he lands himself in long-term prison. Yes, disabled people themselves sometimes do bad things. While he was there, she was aware, she admitted, that he was not entitled to benefits, but used her status as his power of attorney to access his bank accounts and his disability benefits. He had been in jail from May of 2013 to June of 2023. I guess he's out now then, right? But the benefits stopped in September of 2021. And during that time, she had stolen a total of over $150,000. She faces up to 10 years in prison, a fine of up to $250,000 or both. And her sentencing is apparently September 23rd of 2025. Let's see if they report back on what she's sentenced with. I don't know that they always do. But what's interesting to me is, so when we're in prison for more than, say, 30 days, our benefit stops. Our Social Security benefit is not paid to us when we're in prison. So how did it, I mean, this must be fragmentation of information. How did it come to be that the SSA was paying monies to a bank account of an imprisoned beneficiary who's should be generally, I don't know if the word would be suspended, but those payments stop and they are not even due him for later. It's not like they're held, so they can give him this big lump sum when he gets out. Oh, how is it that the SSA didn't know until maybe what happened was in 2021, they figured it out since the benefit stopped in 2021. I wonder if he had a CDR and he never showed up for it. Not that you really show up. She could have probably fudged the information, although that would take also fraud with medical records and maybe a fraudulent treating provider in there, which we've seen that, making up records, pretending to be treating the person for something. But I'm guessing maybe that was his first CDR. I don't think they've had delays with those things. And when it was not responded to because she had no medical records of his ongoing treatment. So there was probably no, I'm speculating here. Possibly he failed to respond to the CDR request to fill out the, 455, 454 or whatever. And of course, then you're going to be ceased because you have not cooperated so they can see that your disability still continues. So there is that, I suppose. But it's very strange to me that usually they find out when someone's in prison. Like there's some sort of, I don't know how they connect all the prisons, but it is my understanding that they tend to learn of these things. So maybe the prison is supposed to report it, maybe not. I don't know the answer to that. It's interesting to me though. I'm curious, is she going to be able to pay back the $157,000 that she stole? My guess is I'm always very skeptical about restitution, particularly with a 57-year-old person, which is my age. So I'm not saying she's old, but what kind of job are you going to get? She'll probably get a slap on the wrist. I'd be curious to see what the sentencing is. Is she going to get the 10 years? Or are they going to give her a slap on the wrist because she's not a violent offender? I don't know. We'll see how much they give her. But usually when you come out with a really bad record like that, it's hard to get a job. But she could do, housekeeping, private. I don't know who's going to hire her with that kind of theft record, but some people don't do their checks, and their due diligence. Just curious. Anyway, she deserves what she gets. Sorry. Anyway, bye, guys. Hello again. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful, if not just a little bit informative. In the event you have a Social Security question you want addressed, please feel free to make a comment below and ask the question, even if nothing to do with this particular video. And just a quick, again, reminder, we have our daily video shares and tips around noon every day of the week. And on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our live Q&A session where you can come in live and enter your questions in the chat. And we all pretty much have a good time for an hour or two. I look forward to seeing you there, hopefully. And lastly, don't forget about our benefactor memberships. They're very reasonably priced. The first one is very nominal and you get a few perks, but on a bigger scale, it contributes to us being able to fulfill a mission of assisting certain people with representation that would otherwise not be able to get it. We look forward to continuing to do that. And so far it's working out like the bomb. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Bye-bye now.